Hey everybody, it's Billy Porter here.
Hi, this is Vashti Cunningham. I am so blessed to be a part of
Gold
Gold
Meets
Meets
Golden,
Golden.
benefiting Angel City Sports. I hope you enjoy. Hey girl,
Hi,
how are you?
I am very good. I'm very happy to be talking to you right now.
I am so happy to be talking to you too. First and foremost, I went and did some research
Okay.
on what it is that you do. And full disclosure, I don't know a lot about sports.
Okay.
That's not my world. However, I marvel always at what it is that you guys can do with your bodies. I relate to your mother. I know she was at DTH, at Dance Theater of Harlem.
Yeah.
I am a dancer, so, I am an athlete. I know a
Yes,
lot of
you
people
are.
don't see, a lot of mainstream people do not recognize dancing as an athletic sport, but it
Yeah,
is.
it
Um,
is.
so please walk me through the running at full speed, thrusting your body backwards over a bar that is 6 feet in the air. What? How do you get to that place? How did you get there? And what does it feel like to soar through the air, as they used to say at the circus, with the greatest of ease? What do you, wow! What is that?
It is definitely a sport that is, or a discipline. High jump is a discipline. It's a discipline like no other. I started high jumping when I was in fourth grade, very, very young,
Wow.
very young. And the first time that I remember going to the track, I just ran on the track. And I've never been to a track, never saw one. I never knew that the surface was going to be softer and squishier than the sidewalk. I
Right.
never knew that they
Right.
could do anything like that. So going there, it was a very, very exciting time for me. And then after the running, I got into jumping. And that's when I really, really got excited and started loving it, because I was a fourth grader training with juniors and seniors in high school. My dad really, really put the focus of that discipline on me, and I trained in only that discipline. And by the time that I got to seventh grade, sixth grade, I was undefeated. There was nobody in the US who could
Wow.
beat me. And I know,
Wow.
and I know that was because of the way that I got called into the sport. And I'm
Yeah.
a very competitive person. So for me at practice, I'm looking at the high school girls and I'm like, you guys think I'm cute? I'm trying to beat you in this
Right.
practice. I'm trying to out jump you. I'm trying to make my dad smile.
Right.
Like I'm trying to hear everybody say, "Oh, dang, she's young." Like I'm thinking all these things as a little kid because I'm so competitive. And the more and more, every time I would go up 2 inches or I'd go up an inch, it was like a different feeling going over the bar. It was like a split second of being free a little bit longer than the last time, or
Mhm.
a time of, it was quiet, more quieter when I got up to a higher height. And my mind was at so much peace when I got up there. So I have a question for you. I wanted to know what helped you maintain and keep pushing forward in times where it felt like the goals that you had were far away or it seemed like they were out of reach. Like, I want to know where your mind was at and how you navigated through those hard times.
Yeah. Um, the one thing that I always knew is that I had a gift, just like you. I was given a gift. It started with the voice, the singing voice. I started singing in church. Um, and I noticed when I sang, the people around me relaxed, because I was a big old sissy growing up in the Pentecostal church.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of anxiety around my um, behavior. I did a, a talent show in the fourth grade,
Okay.
fourth or fifth grade, and I sang for school for the first time. And the bullying stopped
Mm.
because I could sing. So
Yeah.
I knew early that I had a superpower, a secret weapon that if I focused on it in the hood, if I focused on it, maybe I'd be able to dream outside of my circumstance. But I am proof positive that when you speak life into yourself, no matter what anybody thing or anybody is talking or saying on the outside of you, it will come true.
Yes.
Different. I'm different. My track and my path and what I represent is different from those who came before me. And I had
Exactly.
to live a life so that I could understand how to be present for it, honor it, and navigate the space.
I love that. That was very, very powerful. And I know that you lived that, and that's literally the actions and the things that you went through and that you took place doing. So that really will help me. I'm going to remember your answer and I'm going to use that. So thank you.
Absolutely. And I want to say to you, it's all about grounding yourself inside of the love of yourself, which then allows for you to surround yourself with the people who will love and support you.
Yes.
Tell us all about the sports history of your family.
So my dad was a professional football player for 16 years, and my mom was a professional ballerina in New York, from South Africa. And they met each other at, I think it was an event called Night of the Stars, and she
Mhm.
was dancing and he was accepting an award.
I've been
And
there. I've been to that event.
yeah, so
I'm
they were at
probably old enough to be your father.
that was definitely where their relationship started and where my background of professional sports comes from my mother, my father, just meeting that one night on just a special event, and then having a family, and then there's kids going into sports, and just from there, literally.
Awesome. I see that you have fashion in your blood, and I have always had it in mine. Where does your fashion sense come from? When did you begin to understand that fashion was a part of your voice?
I'd say that my fashion came to me in about seventh grade, eighth grade. I kind of started going to the Goodwills a lot and just finding things that I really thought nobody else would have. Because
Vintage.
yes, I was tired of going to, when I was in middle school, Wet Seal was the thing, Forever 21. Like, I was tired of going to these places and seeing girls walk around wearing the same things. So I was like, okay, I'm going with a completely different look. And I really,
We
really
sound
wanted
very
like
similar.
this.
We
Yes,
sound very similar because I had my vintage. I call it my vintage moment, which was in high school because it was the only thing I could afford. Continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
truly,
cut you off.
truly, it was. It was the only thing. I remember, like, I would get some money and I'm sitting here thinking about, like, okay, I got to get lunch at school today. And then I'm over here doing some online shopping, but I'm planning on going to Goodwill after. And I really just wanted this look like I didn't care what I was putting on. Like, I'm putting the first thing that I see on.
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of what it came to. My look, it's I can never ever pick outfits the night before. I kind of just
What you
have to,
feel.
like, yeah, I have to get in that stressful moment where I'm running through my closet and I'm throwing something with something. That's like the best way for me to dress. So
I
that's
do that
that's
too. And aren't you 6'1"?
I am 6'1".
Yeah, so you have a lot of places to go with your fashion, honey. You got a
I
lot of
I hope
places you can
so.
go with that long, lean, gorgeous, with your gorgeous self. It's
Thank you.
fabulous. Mm,
So I was looking at some of your red carpet looks, and I
yeah.
was very, very just blown away and in love with them. And so I wanted to know, like, what does it come down to when you're getting ready? And I know you have a stylist. Is it kind of like you know what you want and the stylist has it, or they're picking everything for you?
Well, it is twofold. I am now in a position where it's a give and take. I'm working with Ty Hunter.
Okay.
He was the mind behind Destiny's Children and Beyonce. There is an unspoken, well, it's actually not unspoken, it's very well spoken a lot about how men and masculinity, particularly Black men and masculinity, this conversation for me was dangerous and toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And so, from the moment I could comprehend thought, there was something wrong with me. My family sent me to a psychologist after kindergarten every Wednesday because my mannerisms were too feminine and they were nervous. So for the first 20 plus years of my career, I was trying to fit in to be masculine enough so that I could get a job, so that I could eat.
Yeah.
I'm tired of everybody else's expectation of who and what I'm supposed to be. I'm tired.
Tired of conforming. Yeah.
I'm tired. So I'm just going to snatch myself out of it and be me. And what's interesting is that the gender nonconformist style evolved. I mean, I was obsessed with my auntie's high heels when I was a kid. My mother is disabled. One of her biggest dreams was to be able to wear high heels, which she never was able to wear. So I wear them now in proxy for her for what she couldn't do. But as I got a big gig called Kinky Boots on Broadway, and I played a drag queen. And it was the thing that I was running away from for my whole life.
Yeah.
That feminine side. It was the thing that everybody told me would be my liability for my whole life. And it was. For decades, it was. They were right for a long time until it wasn't. The goal is to smash that glass ceiling and get back to my original dream, which was to be the male Whitney Houston. So I was out looking for some looks, and I stumbled across the designer Rick Owens,
Yes.
his flagship store in New York. And I walked in, and I was just so mesmerized by the art. It's art. Fashion is art, and I am an artist. Once I allowed myself the permission, once I gave myself the permission to do and be whatever I wanted to, the earth moved. It moved. Because now the sky's the limit. Now it's like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do.
Yes.
Are you ready for Tokyo?
Oh, I'm so ready. I want to go to Tokyo so bad. I've never been. I have goals of shopping and finding a samurai sword. I just need to go out there.
Good. Well, we're excited for you. I'm excited to watch you there.
We're still trying to hear what they're gonna do with the protocols and just the final say and everything. So waiting for that is a bit anxious because I'm sitting here plotting on Japan. I'm like, okay, look, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna meet some people here, get their numbers there. I'm like, I'm gonna have some pen pals so we can send each other stuff. Yes.
Well, I look forward to watching you. This conversation has been amazing. It's so great to meet you, and I can't wait I got my second vaccine shot. So, when you get where do you live?
I live in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yes.
All right, well, when you get yours, I'll come to Vegas.
Okay.
You'll come to New York, and we'll have a good kiki. How's that?
Yes, thank you so much. I'm very honored and blessed to be a part of this show. A part of this interview. And I really would love to meet you soon. So I'll
Yeah,
let you know when everything happens.
the feeling is mutual. The feeling is
Yes.
very mutual.
I want to say good luck to all of my teammates on Team USA, and let's go get the gold.
Get the gold.
Let's get the gold.
Good luck to Team USA. I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you guys for having me.